Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Today's video is about a watch that's making really no bones about what it's trying to be. It is trying to be the value proposition for Swiss-made dive watches, coming in at under 500 bucks for a watch that's trying to be a Rolex Submariner. Now, of course, we all know it is not a Submariner. And never will it be, but plenty of people want the look. They don't want to spend the money or go on the wait lists. So this is something to scratch that itch, maybe while you try to accumulate a little more savings to take the plunge into something like it, or a Tudor, or something higher end. So here we are. I would say that the industry is led by probably Steinhart, I guess, at this point for the Swiss-made diver. So will this crack it? Let's see. There's only one model for now, and I guess we'll see how it goes. On my own wrist, I've got my Islander Sands Point Titanium with the matching titanium bracelet, and on the other wrist is the JFK GMT Blue Cloud dial. But let's see the star attraction. So here we go. At a glance, you immediately know what the watch is trying to be. There is no hiding it. There is no backing out of this one. Welcome to the Herodia Mediterraneo. It is a 200-meter Swiss-made diver. So let's just quickly go over what a Swiss-made diver is. It means the watch must be cased, or aka assembled, in Switzerland. 60% of the parts must be, by value, must be of Swiss origin. Final QC needs to take place in Switzerland, and it must have a Swiss movement. A Swiss movement has its own set of criteria. This is a Swiss Sellita SW200-1 movement, 26 joules, hands, winds, hacks, 40 hours of power reserve, etc., etc. So let's go over it. We are looking at a 40 millimeter case, so 40 millimeters here, 12.6 thick to a flat sapphire crystal. It's 47.5 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. Is a solid screw down case back, and you can see what it says. 20 ATM, sapphire crystal, Herodia, automatic, Swiss-made, stainless steel. Yes, I went backwards on that one. I'm not sure why, but it is a solid screw down case back. The crystal has inner AR, or inner anti-reflective coating on it. There, of course, as you can see, is a Cyclops over the date. Provides great magnification. You can see off angle. Very, very little magnification. And then that does seem, I don't know what the exact number is, but it definitely seems to be like a Rolex quality of about a 2.5 mag. Very good. So sapphire crystal won't, it resists scratching, so it'll look good for a long time. We've got a solid stainless steel bracelet, solid link, solid end link. It is indeed sized with screws, and I don't think this is the screw side, it's this side. Yep, size with screws. Is a signed clasp, Herodia. Flip lock. It's not a butterfly, it's a friction clasp. And there is a diver's extension buried right there. Ta-da! If you really want to use it for diving, which you can, because you know what? For 500 bucks, it's a good diving watch. You don't want to take your $8,000 or $9,000 Rolex diving. Well, maybe somebody does. 4 positions of micro adjust, milled scissor clasp. As I mentioned, it is solid link, solid end link. It is 174 grams on the bracelet. Price is retail is $650. It's going out at $495, so a hair under 500 bucks. The bezel is 120 click. Just tough with gloves sometimes. I'm just grabbing the bracelet. 120 click unidirectional ratcheting bezel. There we go. And I'm just to show you, I'm going to take off the gloves just because it's so much easier to do without gloves. There we go. And it snaps great. The bezel action, that's it. That is zero. No, wait. Now I think I just went one over. I just went one over. The bezel action is great. It's 120 click unidirectional ratcheting bezel. The bezel insert itself is ceramic. There is a lume triangle at the 12 o'clock position. Excuse me, a lume dot in the triangle at the 12 o'clock position. It does have classic, I'm going to zoom in a bit. It does have classic Mercedes hands. So it'll come up a little bit on the dial. So you can see Herodia, Mediterraneo, the water resistance, automatic movement, Inca block, which is basically the shock protection system that's in the Salida movement. Swiss made at the bottom of the dial. The bezel insert itself is indeed ceramic, deep relief on your dive timing markers and numbers. So ceramic bezel will not show scratches. It's just like sapphire. On that show scratches, it won't scratch. So it's going to look new for a very, very long time. Let me back this up a bit. Beautiful crown. It does have an H on it, if you can see that. I think you can. It is screw down. It is a brushed crown. So it counteracts the polishing of the case nicely. Makes it super easy to grab, even with my gloves on. 2 clicks out to change the time, 1 click out to change the date. You will notice that when I pull the crown out, there is a red gasket. That's for sealing, of course, but I'll wind it. That's also a witness gasket. So if you screw down your crown and you see that gasket, guess what? It's not fully screwed down. You need to keep going. So you make sure that it is fully 200 meters of water resistance. Nice crown guards. Everything's very well proportioned, as it should be. I did mention price. I think I went over everything except trying it on and showing you lume. There's the lume. It is BGW9, so it's glowing rather well. Hands are done well. The second-hand pip is going around, and you can see the dot at the 12 o'clock on the bezel. Very, very well. Super Luminova BGW9, applied liberally, and it looks fantastic. So you should probably know how it's going to fit on my wrist. It is going to fit just fine, whether it is above the bone or below. Very comfortable. Plenty of room on the bracelet. Well, I guess we're looking at like 7 3/4. Yeah, probably 7 3/4, 8-inch wrist. And then you have the 4 positions of micro. Looks really nice. Wears really, really well. And that's going to wrap it up. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you the new Herodia Mediterraneo 200-meter Swiss diver. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Questions, comments, anything else you want to add, you can put it down below, and I'll be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.